Some people out there in the world are so scared, so mentally fragile, that they literally plug their ears in order to filter out information they don't want to hear.
You can't triple stamp a double stamp! You can't triple stamp a double stamp, Lloyd! You can't triple stamp a double stamp! Lloyd!
No joke, I literally know someone who refuses to hear certain things. I've seen this person put hands over ears in order to defend against the inconvenience of reality. And why do cowards behave this way? Because they know that the person talking to them is correct. Deep down, they know it. But they're too chicken shit to face the truth. Now, I'm not going to come out and say that what Gina Carano posted on Twitter, which got her fired from Star Wars, is categorically correct, because I don't know everything, and because I try not to get into that sort of thing here on this channel. But I will say this, the people who've silenced Gina Carano look ineffectual and weak. When a company like Lucasfilm resorts to canceling someone they disagree with and subsequently lying about what that person said in order to justify their decision, they look like the kind of cowards who plug their own ears to avoid opposing arguments. They look even worse when their cowardly tactics fail. Do you remember a month or so ago when we found out that Gina Carano's appearance on Running Wild with Bear Grylls was being cancelled? National Geographic is, of course, owned by Disney, and they made the super brave decision not to air her episode.
Put 'em up! Put 'em up! Which one are you first?
Well, it seems like their slimy decision to keep Gina off the air has been slapped down.
Shame on you!
What did you do that for?
The fortunes are shifting, folks. Gina Carano herself just tweeted the following. Want to hear something cool? Just so happens you will be able to see my Bear Grylls episode on National Geographic after all. Bear is a real one. I'm so glad you're going to get to see it. My heart is so full. Airs on National Geographic May 10th at 9 p.m. #never give up. To which Bear himself responded saying, "Your Running Wild journey was an incredible one too. It would have been so sad not to get to hear your powerful story of many struggles and many triumphs. Here we go."
And here we go.
It really feels like the winds are changing on this one, folks. Any idiot can see that Disney would never reverse their original decision to keep Gina off the air unless they realized it was costing them big time.
Where's my money?
They might say stupid shit, but their actions speak louder than words, and articles like this one look like pure propaganda. This headline is from a We Got This Covered article from a few weeks back. Gina Carano will reportedly never return to Mandoverse. Lucasfilm's decision is final.
I'm in charge.
Do you feel in charge?
I don't know about you, but to me, this doesn't sound like reporting. It sounds like someone trying to convince others that something is true. It sounds to me like a ploy to convince fans that their efforts to reinstate Gina Carano are doomed. But that's not the reality. This article comes from Inside the Magic. Its headline reads, "Rehire Gina Carano petition gains major steam."
That's very interesting.
The article reads, upon Carano's firing, a statement from Lucasfilm and the Walt Disney Company referred to Carano's online behavior as abhorrent, per a Reuters report. Now, however, Carano's supporters are continuing to sign a petition for the Star Wars franchise to rehire the actress. At this point, the petition has reached nearly 100,000 signatures on change.org.
I'm proud of you, you know that. I hope you do.
The petition's creator, Logan, wrote, in part, "I'm not going to say she was right or wrong with her views, but firing celebrities over their political views has been happening way too often, and once again, Hollywood has struck down another conservative. What she said may have been a little extreme, and I can even see why some people may have been offended, but her tweet was not made to incite violence or to express discrimination or hatred of any sort to any particular group." That very much seems like the consensus on the Gina Carano situation. As you may remember, a month or so ago, a poll was published on the Daily Wire which said, when first asked, Americans were found to oppose Disney's decision to fire Carano by 58 to 42%, including a majority across all age groups, gender, and ethnicity. Majorities of Republican and Independents similarly opposed the firing, as well as 40% of Democrats. Honing in on Carano, the polling data found that more than 70% of Americans believe the actress should not have been fired after assessing the social media post for themselves. That's a fairly staggering majority. Not all of them will have canceled their Disney Plus subscriptions, of course, but a lot of them did, and Disney is certainly feeling the burn. Let's take a look at a Google Trends comparison I did really quickly here. We're looking at analysis of the frequency of searches on Google for the character of Cara Dune versus Cassian Andor. There's a reason I'm looking at these two in particular, because one of them has been unceremoniously booted out of Star Wars for the sin of disagreeing with Kathleen Kennedy. The other is being given his own show.
That doesn't make no sense.
The character of Cara Dune, represented by the blue line, is consistently more popular than Andor, represented by the red line, and I limited the search to the last 30 days, long after the Gina Carano incident took place, so it wouldn't skew the results. And notice that I didn't use the term Gina Carano herself because she's become immensely popular, and, once again, I didn't want to throw things off. This is what it looks like when I do add Gina's name to the comparison. Gina Carano is immensely popular these days, so, from a purely fiscal perspective, this decision to keep her out of the company is sheer lunacy. All of this adds credence to some of the rumors that I've been hearing floating around. Before I say anything more, however, I have to double stress and triple emphasize that from here on out, we're in the rumor zone. The word is that Gina Carano is coming back to Star Wars eventually. It may not be in time for the Mandalorian Season 3 or for the launch of the Rangers of the New Republic, but Disney is acting like a whipped dog right now. Lucasfilm has been relatively silent on political matters for a minute now, which is unusual.
You're so quiet all of a sudden. You're the one they call Mouth, aren't you?
A Pirates and Princesses article just released had the headline, Gina Carano Uncancelled. The article itself says the following: we expect that this change regarding the Running Wild episode is the beginning of a course correction within Hollywood. While we're nowhere close to an end in the culture war, it would seem that, for the moment, showbiz is deciding that taking sides is too expensive a venture. Will National Geographic show the Carano episode in the future on Disney+? We're betting so, even if that means putting her back in the spotlight. Will Kathleen Kennedy be watching? Less likely. And that's the crux of it. As long as Kathleen Kennedy is around, Gina will not be welcomed back to Lucasfilm, no matter how ridiculously popular she is. However, I believe Disney is just biding their time until Kennedy's contract is up. It won't technically be a firing, but for all intents and purposes, that's what this will be. Favreau will want Carano back because he handpicked her for the role of Cara Dune, and she was perfect for it. Now, whether or not Gina will want to go back after how she was shamefully treated is hard to say, but we can at least hope she has the opportunity.
Hope. It is the quintessential human delusion, simultaneously the source of your greatest strength and your greatest weakness.
Ah, blow it out your ass, hipsters. You've spent the last decade telling us how much you love strong and empowered women. And now that we have one, you crap all over her because you can't control her, and it terrifies you. In closing, I will leave you with the words of the creator of the Rehire Gina Carano petition. Once again, a beloved actress has been fired for speaking her mind. The petition is for the executives at Disney. Please, why can't you just leave politics out of the industry and press on? The Mandalorian is a fantastic show, and Gina Carano's portrayal of Cara Dune is a joy to watch. The Mandalorian wouldn't be the same without her. I have a link to the petition in the description. If you stand with Gina Carano, please sign it. And let's send this thing to the moon so that Disney has no choice but to see how they've screwed this up.
I immediately regret this decision.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.